live on YouTube and Facebook. Chairman, you have the floor.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Welcome to the meeting of the Administrative Operations Committee of the Public Building Commission of Chicago, being held today, May 8th, 2024 at 1 p.m. Acting Director Gitteroff, please call the roll.
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman Maldonado.
Here.
Commissioner Randall. Here. Chairman, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Acting Director Gitteroff. The first item of the agenda is approval of the minutes from the meeting held April 3rd, 2024.
Move to approve.
Motion approved. Next item on the agenda is public participation in accordance with the Open Meetings Act. Registered speakers will be allowed 2 minutes to provide comments.
There are no registered speakers today.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is report by Director of Procurement, James Portman.
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
Happy May. Getting closer to summertime.
Mhm.
I have a few brief reports for you today. The first is our task order awarded against term contracts for our specialty consultants. We had 2 task orders issued since our last meeting. The first was for the Joint Public Safety Training Campus Phase 1A. That was for material testing services awarded to Intera, which is an MBE firm, in the amount of $45,007.50. The second was for the Salt Dome Replacement Facility on Grand Avenue, the golf ball. It was for material testing services, again to Intera, an MBE firm, for $14,274.50. Any questions on the task orders? Okay. My next report is for an appointment of a firm to provide CM at-risk services for the Malcolm X College Westside Learning Center addition and renovations project. And that's located at 4624 West Madison Street. We had a RFP go out on the street, and we received 5 submissions. We were very pleased with the submissions we received back for this project. From those 5, the evaluation committee, which consisted of city colleges and PBC expert staff, just selected 3 for interviews. From the interviews, the PBC and city colleges identified GMA Construction Group, a minority business enterprise firm, as the firm with the best qualifications and ability to perform on this project. So we're recommending them to you today. Again, that's GMA Construction Group, which is a minority business enterprise firm. It's a pretty exciting project. Executive Director will talk about it in a minute. Any questions on that one?
Have we done work with GMA?
So we have not. This will be a great opportunity for us to work with GMA directly. The acting executive director has more institutional knowledge, but previously some members of GMA had worked on PBC projects, but with a different firm. But GMA itself, we have not had the opportunity yet. So we're very much looking forward.
Okay, thank you.
All right. My next report is for the appointment of a firm to provide design architect services for the Malcolm X College Learning Center project. This one located in Washington Park near 55th Garfield and Calumet, the old Green Line station, if you're familiar. So that we undertook an evaluation of our LIQ, that's the letters of interest and qualification we keep on file for our architects, engineers of record database. We have 133 architects and 71 engineers enrolled. Thorough review pointed all arrows to Interactive Design, Inc., which does business as Interactive Design Architects, a minority and women business enterprise firm. They've had a lot of success in projects of similar scope and style. And so we're very much looking forward to working with them as a design architect for this project.
So this is for the old CTA station itself, or is this for?
I believe it's just adjacent to it.
Adjacent to it. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Sure. Any other questions on interactive design? All right. And my last report is a report on the bid opening for contract C1607. That was the Chicago Department of Transportation Capital Program alleys located at various locations. You'll see the bid tab is located in your book. That was a successful bid opening, and we're holding a pre-award meeting tomorrow with the apparent lowest responsible bidder. And we're excited to move forward with that projects as well.
You've got a big gap between the lowest and the highest. You have a sense of why?
Yeah, if I may, Commissioner, that's a good question. We did look at that. The two of the three bids were competitive. The one that wasn't, we reviewed it internally, and it may appear that there were, misunderstanding of maybe the scope and quantities. It's a unit price based sort of solicitation from CDOT. But we're confident in the bids that we received. We're confident in the apparent low bidder. They've done work with us previously. Most recently, if you remember the Medill project, we had great success with them. And CDOT has had great success with them. So we don't have any concerns. Part of the pre-award conference that we're going to conduct with them tomorrow is to ensure that they understand the contract document, the scope, the specifications, and the time of completion requirements.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Okay, if there are no other questions, that concludes my reports for this month.
Move to accept the reports.
The reports are accepted. Next item on the agenda is report by Acting Executive Director Ray Kitteroff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Regarding our field order activities, or activity report, I apologize. One field order to report that exceeds our reporting threshold. It's field order number 15 at an estimated value of $111,196. The proposed change was reviewed with our client for approval to issue the field order. There are three parts to this change. One part has to do with specified structural glazed tile that is no longer available by the manufacturer for an indefinite period of time. In working with our client partner and the architect of record, the decision was made to go to solid surface material, which provides the same sort of durability, different look, but durability. The second item had to do with an installation of a panel that's required for access in the existing bathroom that wasn't previously specified. And the last item has to do with relocating existing drinking fountains at the existing school. As we move from field order to negotiating the final change order, we'll verify the costs, we'll review them with our client, and we'll confirm the reason code for the change itself, and we'll report that change when the time comes. That concludes my report for field orders. With regard, if I may, with regard to the change order report, there are no change orders report this period.
All right. Anything else?
That's it on the field orders and change orders. If it's okay with you, I can go on to our regular reports.
Of course.
Thank you. Since our last committee meeting, we hosted several community outreach events and are planning additional events. Some in particular, on April 9th, the PBC attended the 2024 Pathways to Cook County Summit at UIC. It was well attended. I think over 2,000 people, James, if I'm correct. And the intent was a collaborative sort of networking session with vendors, suppliers, subcontractors, sister agencies, county agencies, contractors, and developers in order to be for awareness purposes and networking purposes. The next event that we attended was on April 16th at the Chicago Business Opportunity Day with the Chicago Minority Supply Development Council. It's an invitation that we received following one of our assist agency conferences, whereas PBC attended along with other contractors, developers, and the intent there was for suppliers and vendors to meet developers and assist other assist agencies and other agencies as well regarding the type of work that we do and for awareness and introduction. I found that these meetings are important because a lot of times subcontractors, vendors, and suppliers may be unaware of opportunities with not just the Public Building Commission, but others that are in the development business. And then briefly, on April 25th, we hosted our third Morgan Shoal Community Update meeting. Alderman Yancey, Alderman Robinson, President Petwinkle, the Army Corps of Engineers, our partners from CDOT and the Park District, along with the architect of record, attended. The intent was to provide updates from our previous meeting conducted on March 21st. We appreciated very much the residents that did attend, asked a lot of questions, and there's some follow-up on our part. And we're planning our next community meeting here this quarter. I'll update you and the board on that when that time comes. In addition to that, on May 2nd, we hosted our inaugural connection session at Malcolm X. That idea or that initiative came about PBC meeting with the assist agencies, whereas the assist agencies had indicated to us, listen, some of our subcontractors, vendors, and suppliers are unaware of opportunities, or they may not be aware of how to get on a general contractor's bidders list. So we invited all 19 of our assist agencies. Happy to report that some of them attended and had tables. We invited all of our pre-qualified general contractors and our pre-approved job contracting firms. Happy to report we had general contractors there as well, with tables set up to meet subcontractors, vendors, and suppliers. More importantly, we invited staff and the executive director from the Dawson Tech Institute, and there were several students that attended the same meeting with us. We introduced all the students introduced themselves and talked about what they do and what they've learned and what their aspirations are. Happy to report that all of them were able to meet every single contractor in the room. And it's my understanding that some of them job offers have been extended to some of them. I'll report on that as we confirm that. And we're looking forward to that continued partnership with Dawson Tech and all of our contractors, in addition to the fact that there were several new M&WBE owned subcontractors, vendors, and suppliers that we had not met previously. So they had an opportunity to meet the contractors that attended, and we're really proud of the event. It's our first of many to come, but in conclusion, I think that it was well received and a lot of positive input came back from that, especially the students that attended. So appreciation to City College's Chancellor Salgado and his staff, along with the executive director and dean at Dawson Tech. Upcoming events on May 20th, we plan to host an in-person community hiring event for the Kenwood Mechanical Link and Mechanical Project. Virtual session will be held after that on May 29th. That'll be directed by our compliance department. With that, that concludes my report.
Move to accept the reports.
Reports accepted. Motion to adjourn.
So move.
Thank you. Meeting adjourned.